Well, the state of Rockdale County, I want to give you a real clear perspective as to what the state of the county really is. And I'm going to describe it as a hot cup of common sense. I want to encourage you to sip along with me as we go through what the inside scoop in terms of the real state of the county here in Rockdale County. Number one, I want to talk about public safety, the need to feel safe. I think it's important for every single citizen, every business owner, every homeowner, every senior citizen, every child, every young person to feel, everybody that comes through Rockdale County, passing through or live here, whatever the reason, when you're in our county, you need to feel safe. And feeling safe is a part of my responsibility to continue to have a great relationship and a good rapport with our local sheriff by providing him with all of the tools and resources and equipment that he needs to get the job done to keep every citizen in Rockdale County safe. I'm going to talk about several things as I give you this hot cup of common sense, but I don't think there's anything more important than your safety. So I started off talking about my top priority, which is public safety. I've spent 15 years in law enforcement. I get it and I understand. I understand the jargon and the language. I understand the needs of the local sheriff and public safety and law enforcement. So it's my top priority to make sure that every single resident, everybody that comes through Rockdale County, not only feels safe, but they are safe. Code enforcement has been one of the hottest topics here in our community. Litter, debris, blight, junk vehicles, rundown and abandoned homes, people who've been evicted and property has just sat there for time and time, slow response from the county facilities and county offices, and the fact that it's an environmental hazard. It is time for local government, primarily the chairman's office here in Rockdale County, to take a more assertive approach about nipping this problem in the bud. In other words, it's time. It's time to clean up the county. No more excuses. We need a better quality of life. We need to increase your property values, and it needs to be a community campaign. It just can't be the Rockdale County government, but we should include our churches, our local nonprofit organizations, our local schools. Every entity within our community can come together and launch an aggressive campaign to clean up Rockdale, and let's take ownership and have a sense of pride in our subdivisions and our communities. Let's work with our homeowners associations to do what we can to provide them with tools and resources. Let's look for grant funds and be a part of the Keep Conyers Clean and Beautiful Council and partner up with them to do more of the great things that they're talking about doing. Code enforcement is a tip-top priority here in Rockdale County. It's time to clean up this community, and I believe I have a plan that can make it happen and have a clear vision about what we need to do to clean this county up. I want to look at the policies and the procedures. I want to make sure that we're following all of the best practices before we just go out and hire additional people. And ultimately, if that's what we need, then so be it. But let's first do what we need to do and take care of following the practices and policies of operating code enforcement. I want you to know that code enforcement, that's one of the number one calls I get 3 or 4 times out of a week, going throughout the county and different subdivisions, responding to calls that have not been responded to. Parks and recreation. I can park the car there when I tell you about having a hot cup of common sense. Let me make you aware that there's 16,500 young people enrolled in Rockdale County school system. Well, we only have only one rec center. That's Johnson Park. When I think about the number of talented young people in this community, whether it's arts and drama, dance, music, these culture arts and alternatives and options take young people off the streets. When you take young people off the street, as you know, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. When you take young people off the street, you automatically reduce crime. This is going to add and support what this local sheriff is doing to keep our community safe. So parks and recreation, we should have a southern facility on the southern end of the county. There should be a facility on the northern end of the county, as well in the central area of Rockdale County, somewhere along the Salem Road corridor. There are ways to get it done. More than just talking about it, but coming up with a real plan that includes bringing the community in and talking about real public-private partnerships that's being done all over the United States. So why can't we do it here in Rockdale County? Let's get it done. I have a clear vision and a clear forecast and real leadership to get it done. Now, I want to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart: the county employees. Our number one resource, not an asset, but a resource, are our county employees. It's time that we take care of the people who've been taking care of you for so long. It's time that we do an extreme makeover over in our human resources department. We have people who've been dedicated to Rockdale County government for many, many years. They've gone several years without an increase. They've watched their medical and health insurance increase each and every year. And these people are living and working paycheck to paycheck. But they're passionate about the work and the service that they provide here in Rockdale County. I want to reward them and make sure we compensate our employees and give them competitive salaries to stay a part of the Rockdale County team. No longer can we afford to hire a firefighter or a sheriff's deputy, train that person, invest in training, spend the money with the training. Once they get trained and certified, they move off to another community or another agency where they can make more money. What about the employees in Parks and Rec, the water department? What about those folks that work over in planning and zoning, senior services? I'm talking about each and every employee in this community that works for Rockdale County. We have got to take care of the people that take care of us. Not only do I concern myself with taking care of the folks and all of our county employees, I also believe in accountability. Let me slow down and say this to you. Accountability is the highest level of responsibility. In other words, we must inspect what we expect. And it's time to hold each and every person accountable. That takes me to my next point. Customer service in Rockdale County. You've heard me so many times say attitude is everything. I live by that, and I really believe it. And that includes the chairman's office. Every county facility, every county countertop where business is transacted, customer service, attitude is everything. We must insist that our people treat others the way they want to be treated. And whether you're talking about internal customers or external customers, we must create a standard of excellence throughout Rockdale County. It's time for us to move from a Mayberry mentality to a world-class thinking operation in terms of our community. We can be a world-class community. We can do it with the right attitude, and I think customer service is high up on the list of priorities. We're talking about the state of Rockdale County, giving you a clear, real perspective as to what's really going on, and I want to present it to you this morning like a hot cup of common sense. So when I talk about community, I know that one of the things that get me really excited is being there, governing from the outside of the four walls of the county office and campus. Yes, there are things that I've got to do as your next chairman to operate this community, to operate this county in terms of internal operations. But the truth of being a real chairman is being out there where the people are, being in your local church, your child's school, being a part of your community homeowners association, being right there and being transparent. What's wrong with hosting town hall meetings in various segments of the community? Those are the kind of things that I want to do, is bring your government to you and get outside of the four walls here in Rockdale County. Again, internal operations, what's really going on day to day, being present, being there, holding people accountable, and making sure that we take care of all of the assets in Rockdale County, do a complete audit of people, equipment, and everything that has the Rockdale County seal on it, and making sure that we're getting the best bang for our buck. And on top of everything, making sure that you have a chairman that will be accessible. I think it's important that we have regional relationships. I think it's important that we have global relationships to help foster a community of growth and development that will usher in opportunities right here for all of our citizens in Rockdale County. As your next chairman, being the chief ambassador for the community also means being in the community. Whereas those regional relationships are critically and ultimately important. And I look forward to being a part of what's going on throughout the I-20 corridor, the entire state of Georgia, and the nation that will usher in the right fit and the right opportunities from an economic development standpoint for Rockdale County. But nothing is more important than taking care of home first, being present, being right here, being on the ground level, meeting you right where you are. I'm a people person, I'm passionate about people, and I'm persistent about progress. For the last 16 years, I've lived and resided right next to you here in Rockdale County. For 8 of those years, I've been your Post 1 commissioner. We have an opportunity to move this county forward with real action, clear vision, and strong leadership. Someone who understands the people of our community. I'm looking to be your next chairman, and I'm asking you to vote for Oz Nesbitt Tuesday, May the 24th. In the meantime, we'll see you along the campaign trail. May God bless you, and may God bless Rockdale County.